Hi, folks. Welcome to West Kentucky Stars basketball action. We're here with Coach. Coach, how'd the practice go?
Not bad. The canceled game threw us off a little bit, but we got in yesterday. We got some shots up. I think we're ready.
We're all ready?
I think so. We know nothing about this team, so we'll see.
Well, and we haven't seen them enough to even know what they are.
No idea.
Came in a little bit late, folks. That's the reason we're running just a little bit late.
Yeah.
How do you think your team's going to react?
I think they'll be fine. Yeah, they've been chomping at the bit, ready to play. We made some adjustments. We know we didn't play very well defensively last game. We had way too many turnovers, but we had 23 turnovers and still won the ball game.
I hope you don't mind. I told Pablo Bianchi that he definitely did not need to be fouling quite at the rate that he did in the other game.
I don't mind that at all. I tell Jake Williams while you're at it. If you don't mind.
Yeah. Well, Jake did pretty good, and all of a sudden that second half he got about 3 awful fast fouls.
He did. Jake picked up a couple cheap ones, but Jake had 27 points and probably played 25 minutes. And DJ, I want to talk about DJ. DJ came in and he just filled the stat sheet up. He did everything I could ask for. And a lot of them played well. We just played really bad help defense, and hopefully we made some adjustments.
Well, that's what basketball is all about, adjustments.
Right,
and
exactly.
We'll see you at halftime, and hopefully we'll have a big lead and we can chuckle a little bit.
I hope so. We'll have a hot dog.
All right. This is West Kentucky Stars basketball action. Let's take a 1-minute break. All right, folks, we're back here at Haws Gymnasium. I have with me tonight to do some color and keep track of the scores, Mr. Dallas McKinney.
Yes, sir.
Dallas, now get up there and speak. Well, I'm going to have to teach him to move up and talk a little bit.
All right. Yes,
and tell the people something about yourself.
Well, I just graduated from high school last year, and I went to Mayfield Creek Christian Academy in Carlisle County, just down the road, down Highway 62.
All right. And he'll be chiming in every once in a while. I might have to give him an elbow, but he's going to do a good job. And let's take about a minute and a half, and we'll be back with the starting lineup. This is West Kentucky Stars basketball action.
The WKCTC Clemens Fine Arts Center presents its 2015-16 Arts in Focus season. The Time Jumpers, featuring Vince Gill, Kenny Sears, and Ranger Doug Green. Quinn Sullivan in concert. Winona and the Big Noise, Stories in Song. Patty Griffin, Sarah Watkins, and Anea Mitchell. Barrage 8. For tickets, visit artsinfocus.org.
All right, folks, they're announcing the starters out there. Let me give you the for Kentucky Wesleyan. Their starting lineup: number 0, D'Angelo Ellis; number 15, Josh Patton; number 11, Ladarius Francis; number 14, Michael Gilmer; and number 32, Darius Mumford. And for the Stars, 0, Anthony Lee; number 1, Kevin Welch; number 11, Kilder Gonzalez; number 20, Jake Williams; number 24, Pablo Bianchi. The last time, folks, we played, the gentlemen didn't quite, our two big men, Kilder Gonzalez and Pablo Bianchi, got in foul trouble in the first half, and I told Mr. Bianchi in my best Brazilian voice that we didn't want him to be in foul trouble today, so I'm sure that means all the difference in the world. All right, here we go. We're getting ready for the tip-off. And tip goes to the Stars. Kilder Gonzalez on the drive, lays it in. That's a really good shot. That's the way to start the game out.
Yes, sir. Hard drive to the basket usually scores points.
Yeah. And we got the ball moving it around the outside. We have a good man-to-man. And a three-point shot up. That was by number 14, Michael Gilmer. And we threw it away. There was a problem there. Kilder zigged when Williams thought he was zagging, so we'll get that straightened out. And number 5 is bringing the ball down the court. Josh Patton for Wesleyan. Pablo Bianchi had him. 10 on the shot clock. This year it's a 30-second shot clock. Few changes this year in basketball. And 2-1-0 shot clock violation. Well, that's our first one of the year, folks. And the coach for Kentucky Wesleyan was not happy. Did you notice that? He was not happy at all.
Yes, sir.
All right, Kilder Gonzalez bringing it down. Looking around. Out to Pablo Bianchi on the drive to Gonzalez. No, that was Anthony Lee.
That's Lee. Yes, sir.
All right, 4-3. 11 with the ball. Look a little suspect on his ball handling. D'Angelo Ellis, and it's around the outside. They're trying to find something inside, and the Stars stolen by Bianchi. He's driving down the lane. He gives him a little look. Number 0, ooh, missed it.
No
32
foul.
on the
That's surprising.
drive. Darius Mumford all the way down for the lay-in. That was good ball court movement there. Kevin Welch with the ball, gives it over to Williams. Williams, Bianchi, and then he throws it inside, and the foul is on number 0. That's D'Angelo Ellis. That's his first, team first. Williams taking it out. Throws it in to Anthony Lee. Three-point shot up, no good. And 14 bringing it down the court, Michael Gilmer on the drive, and he was on the line. A couple unforced turnovers there. They're going to have to do a little bit better job of controlling himself. All right, Lee. Williams, three-pointer, that's good, and the Stars take a 7-5 lead. Patton with the ball, bringing it down. He's the man, brings it down normally, does a pretty good job. Everybody else seems to be a little suspect on the ball handling. Lee with the rebound. Oh, it was a good idea, just didn't work. A little bit too tall, and Welch wasn't quite looking for it either. Patton bringing it down, being checked by Lee. Gives it over to Ellis. Ellis over to Mumford, around the outside. Gilmer, give and go, no good. Oh, and he got the tap in. Tied at 7. Kilder Gonzalez on the drive, and he got hacked. But he did a good job of causing that contact.
Kilder Gonzalez to the line for 2.
That was on number 14, Michael Gilmer. Gilmer.
Yes, sir.
Gill. And the first one by Kilder Gonzalez is good. Second one, no good. And number 5 with the ball. Patton bringing it down.
It seems like the other team seems to be a little undersized.
Yeah, they don't
That
have
seems to be
anybody
hard.
real tall, I don't think. That was good defense. Didn't matter if it went or not. That was good defense. Williams bringing it down. Better watch it. Yeah, Kilder with the drive. The layup. It's good. Kilder's on fire. We have good defense out there. We're not giving them any passing lanes. Right there we had a good switch. The other team, being as they're not that much taller, well, that was a walk. You have to put the ball on the floor before you take the step.
Oldest rule in the game.
All right, we have a timeout on the court. Let's take a 30-second break. This is West Kentucky Stars basketball action. Haws Gymnasium, and back here at Haws Gymnasium, and Lee bringing it down on the drive. Pablo Bianchi with a real good shot, and they're picking it up full court. Bianchi let his man get a little bit away from him. Twelve to 7, Stars in the lead. They're throwing it around the outside. We're putting a little bit more pressure on the ball, and they're having a hard time in little tip out. 10 seconds on the shot clock. As we can see, that 30-second shot clock doesn't seem like much, but it's caught them one time today. Patton with the ball. Patton checked by Kilder on the drive. No good. And Lee bringing it down the court. Lee with a nice 15-foot jump shot. Patton bringing it down the court. I think you have to agree with me. Dallas, I don't think anybody can handle the ball quite like he can.
Francis with a layup for Kentucky the Wesleyan.
Bianchi, no good. Nice tip to himself. I tell you, that's the way you play. Lee tipped it to himself, put it in, laid it up. I'll tell you, that was beautiful. I saw Bianchi with his hands up. And the foul's on number 1. And we have 5 new players into the game. As DJ Washington, Andy Walquist, Zach Kimler, Lawrence Johnson, and Ben Dix. And, folks, I'm working with Dallas here. I'm going to make him talk up a little bit. He's going to speak up. I know he is. All right, 3, down the court to Kimler. Kimler, layup. That was good. Under control. Made sure he got it up quick. That was a good shot.
That was.
On the drive, and that was a foul. They could have picked the person that got a foul on that one. I believe that was Dix. Let's see if I'm right. Yeah. Well, no. 4, yeah.
It'll be Mr. Dix.
At the line for 2, Ladarius.
Yeah, Mr.
Francis.
Dix, that's his first. That's second team foul. And at the line for 2, Ladarius Francis, number 11. Shot is up. It is good. Into the game, number 3, Malik Grant. Number 15, Connor Smith. And number 25, Jesse Grave for Kentucky Wesleyan.
Where's Kentucky Wesleyan located?
They're in Owensboro.
Owensboro?
Owensboro.
I heard
And second shot's good.
I heard they got lost on the way up here.
Yeah, it's really tough to find.
It has been a rainy night, though.
Oh, that's it. That's what it was. Now let's see how this second unit works. They're moving around the outside, trying to find somewhere to move in. Shot is up, no good. Number 11 down the court. But Darius Francis, and that was number 3, Malik Gant with the basket. DJ Washington around the outside. It's Zach Kimmer. Zach Kimmer on the drive. Throws it out to Walquist, and it was walking. 18-13. We haven't done much with this this 5 here.
I guess there's a reason they're not starters, though.
Yeah. Throw to the outside. And,
although they just forced a turnover.
It's a turnover. He must have been walking. Did he give him a walking sign, or was that a hit the out of bounds?
I believe that was walking.
All right.
He made the up and down motion with the hands.
All right. Dix with the basketball.
Either that or the
gives it
umpire
to
was trying to
Kimbler.
judge.
Back to Dix. Back to Kimbler. Over to Washington. Malik Washington. Into Ben Dix. Foul on the play, and that's on number 3. Malik Gant. That's his first, third team foul. Zach Kimbler with the ball out of bounds to Dix. Dix around the outside. Walquist threw it away. We're not getting it done, and they've had a couple layups during this stretch.
It's been somewhat of a sloppy game, for sure.
Oh, yeah. I didn't want to call it out of bounds until he did, but it was definitely out of bounds. And Dix will be taking it out of bounds. He'll throw it in to Washington. Washington with the basketball to Kimbler. Kimbler looking for somebody. Back to Washington. Back to Kimbler. Into Walquist. Walquist with a running hook shot. Back outside to Dix. Over to Kimbler. Dix. And do we reset the 14 or not? I guess not.
7 seconds left on the shot clock.
Dix into Washington. Washington. Jump shot up, no good. Walquist with the ball. Reset the shot clock. Washington with the jump shot. Good. That's what we need. Bringing it down the court. Gilmer. Washington with the ball to Walquist. Oh, he didn't give the dunk, but it was picked up by Lawrence Johnson. Ooh, and he stole the ball. Washington with the steal. It was out of bounds. I was waiting for it. I thought maybe he'd give continuation like they did in the NBA, you know.
We're still in college.
Yeah, still in college. To Washington. Washington with the basketball. Looking for somebody to shoot. Gives it to Zach. On the drive. And it's blocking foul. And he didn't like the call. Gee, that's really unusual. I've never seen anybody didn't like the call, have you? That was one of those close calls, folks, in all honesty. 25 into the game for Wesleyan. That's Jesse Gray.
seems to be a wet spot on the floor. Having trouble getting up.
They asked for a towel. They got a little bitty towel, didn't they?
They did.
I guess if they want a bigger one, they'd have to ask for it. All right, the score 22-15, 10:51 to go in the first half. The Stars with the lead. Zach Kimmler taking the ball out of bounds. And, missed the layup. Shot up, no good. Johnson with the rebound, got it taken away. He got the rebound that time, and over to Kimmler. Washington on the drive. Whoa, got it blocked. Malik Gant. And that guy going to have to be told not to shoot because that was not the second bad shot in a row. Holy cow. And they got that, and that'd be a timeout right there if it was me. That is laziness on the Stars' part right there. If they'd have been following up on that, they'd have had that rebound, and we wouldn't have had that 2 points.
Just a lack of hustle.
That's right. DJ Washington on the drive, a running jump shot, no good. And it's out of bounds off Wesleyan. Stars basketball. Into the game, Anthony Lee. He's coming in for Johnson. A little difference in height there. You think?
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
I think they're trying to get a help on defense. That seems where they seem to be lacking. I mean, last game they gave up 84 points.
That was ugly. DJ Washington threw it out of bounds. It was right in his hands. I don't know why he lost control. Whoa!
Wow, how about got in on the action?
Well, I'll tell you what, you can handle it. Your job's to protect me. Whoa! I'm going to have to talk to you about your number one job. Protect the play-by-play man. Threw it in over that 15, Connor Smith. I watched that Connor Smith. That Connor Smith's been taking some shots that he shouldn't. That was 32 on the shot. There is Mumford with the basket. 22-19. They're moving around the outside. Dix with it. Give it over to Zach Kimmler. Oh, he made a three. He's going to be looking at me in a minute. I told him not to be shooting no threes. He said he was 40% in high school. I tried to explain to him this wasn't high school, but obviously, that's a little walk. Yeah. You can't pass the ball to yourself. It's just one of those little things. They'll call it every time.
No self-assist. It's got to touch the backboard at least.
Wahlquist with the layup. Nice pass, nice shot. And we've got a timeout in the court. And it's a 30-second timeout. Let's take 30 seconds. This West Kentucky Stars basketball action. Haws Gymnasium, and the Wesleyan will be taking the ball out of bounds, and we're picking up all over the court. Come back! They're trying to find somebody. That's a long 5 seconds. Down the court, over to third 15, and he does like to shoot. And it will be our basketball, over and back. And number 5 has come into the game trying to save him. That's Josh Patton. He'll go back to the point. And the coach is not happy with him, is he? All right, bringing it over line. Welch looking over the defense to Pablo Bianchi. It's good. That's a nice jump shot. 29-19. We've got that lead back now. And we've got Williams into the game. Bianchi.
And the zone just disappeared once he got into it.
Yeah, that wasn't good defense. Welch with the ball. He gave a little roundabout, and he put a little layup up, no good, and he was fouled on the layup attempt. And that foul was on number
Anthony Lee at the line for 2.
Number 5, I believe. Josh Patton at the line for 2 would be Anthony Lee. We'll be in the bonus the rest of the way. Wesleyan has 6 team fouls. We have 2. Let's see if we can get that back out to a double digit. First one's up. It's good. I made the first one. He might as well make the second one.
Might as well. But they're 2 for 1 tonight on free throws.
Yeah. Oh!
Rimmed out.
Yeah.
Didn't put enough on it.
No. Didn't follow through. That was a nice pass off. He was trapped in the corner, and he got rid of that ball quick. That was not good help. That was not good help. Bianchi with the ball, throws it in, and he's fouled on the throw-in. And, I've noticed that this team does not think they're being fouled at any time. It's odd. And that's the second one for Josh Patton. I'm being facetious, folks. There's never a foul called on a player that he thinks he deserves. 0 puts it up. It's good. Anthony Lee will try to complete the 2-point. That was on the 1-and-1. That was a hard one. This is the easy one. He just put this right through. Yeah.
And he did.
All right. And we're full court again. And Welch couldn't get the steal, and he went down and popped it in there. And when he went for the steal and didn't get it, he just walked right on down the court and took care of it. And they tried to take that away from Bianchi, and they didn't do it. But I'll tell you what, that was a good effort. Bianchi be throwing it in, throws it in to Welch. Welch looking over the defense. Bianchi with the basketball. Williams. Welch to Lee. Lays it in, and it's good. And did you notice he posed for the camera? He knew
did.
where that camera was.
He knew it.
I'll tell you. Lee trying to complete the 3-point play and get it back to 10-point lead. He does. 35-25, 7:05 to go. And they took the full court press off. Patton's throwing around the outside. They're trying to move around and get an open shot, but we're playing good defense. And it's no good. Bianchi with the rebound to Lee. Lee lays it in. Lee's having a good game.
He is.
Oh, and
Lee
number
has 14 points tonight.
Number 3 with a running layup for 2. How many does he have?
14.
14. That's a good game.
It's just the first half with 6 minutes left.
I'll tell you, that's a good pass. Gilbert Gonzalez got a nice pass from Pablo Bianchi for a nice layup. That's the way teams play. I'm going to tell you, they're going to have to stop him. Oh, a little goaltending. Just a little. That one's good. And coming in for Kentucky Wesleyan, D'Angelo Ellis and Michael Gilmer. No press. They're going to pick it up at half court. Number 11, did they bring him out? I hope they did. No, he's still in
right there with the ball.
He's got a long first step. And Bianchi with the rebound. He finally missed one. Folks, Pablo Bianchi stays in the game and doesn't get a lot of fouls, and that kid can fill it up.
He can.
That's a pretty shot, wasn't it?
It was. Nothing but net.
He kind of faded away on the shot. It's hard to stop those fadeaway shots. Now that's good defense. He let him have the rebound, and then he got fouled by Bianchi.
He left his feet. That's the number one thing on defense. Never leave your feet.
And he never needed to leave his feet either. You need to be on his toes. What you want to do, folks, you want to stay on your toes. When that man goes up, you go up. And if you have the height on him or the jumping ability, you ought to be able to stop him. Now, with 2 shots, the number 11, Ladarius Francis. Shot is up and good. Ladarius is tired. Second shot's up, it's good. A truism, folks. Shooters shoot. Good shooters know how to hit those free throws. Jake Williams with a nice inside drive. That foul is on Zero, Anthony Lee.
That's his second foul. The coach will probably take him out.
Your abs. Says 1 there.
Says 1.
Now let's see. We haven't got very many fouls. That's just our 4th.
They played very cleanly tonight, for sure.
Connor Smith's back in the game, number 15. And one thing, now he might make me a liar real quick, folks, but one thing I like to see is Connor Smith shooting, because he hasn't hit hardly anything yet, has he?
No, sir, he hasn't.
I was trying to throw it in on a little out-of-bounds play. That was really ugly, and there we go again, getting off our feet. Pablo to Welch. Welch driving the baseline, gives it back to Bianchi. Bianchi to Williams. Williams, 3-point shot. It's good. That is the way you do it. You make something inside, then you can go back outside if you missed a couple. And we got 5 coming in again. Bianchi with the dunk. Thank you very much. Oh, that was the longest step I've ever seen. I think he got by with one there.
Don't think the umpires had their hand on him.
The referee didn't either.
Eye on him.
Darius Mumford and 1.
All right, coming in for Wesleyan is number 5, Josh Patton. And for the Stars, we have DJ Washington, Ben Dix, Andy Walquist, Zach Kimmler, and Lawrence Johnson. I finally figured out if it's not the starters, there's only 10 people on the court. I finally figured out it's easy to figure out who's coming in. On the drive, Kimmler missed it. He's got 2.
I think the coach is trying to go with the Calipari idea with the Platoon system.
Well, I would hate to compare, even say that name with this bunch. I mean, this is a good bunch of kids, but we'll just let that go. First one's up, no good. And he screamed out bloody murder. (50-36), 3:29 to go. Kimbler's second shot up. It's good. Is that Kimbler? Is that his first or his third? Third shot? Third? No,
That's his
sixth.
6th point tonight.
Man. All right, they're throwing it around the outside. Patton with the ball, looking it over. Throws it around, trying to Walquist with a nice defense. Walquist back to Kimbler. Kimbler over to Washington. Back to Kimbler to Walquist. Walquist, he tried to hook him. He didn't get the hook, thank goodness. That was a real good move by Andy Walquist. Ellis with the basketball. Throws it to Mumford. Mumford back to the man that ought to have it, and that's Blake Gamp. Moving it around. They left him open, but he didn't get good control right off the bat. And Walk was a little bit lost on that, wasn't he?
He was. I couldn't tell whether that was a shot or a pass.
I'll tell you, it was ugly. But I think it was a pass, and he didn't do a good job of passing it. And Walquist was, bless his heart, he was just lost, wasn't he? He didn't get over to the man out of bounds, and then he realized he ought to be, they swapped, and he ought to be on the guy underneath, and he didn't get there. But he'll get better. First one is up and no good. Dix with the miss. Into the ball game for Wesleyan, Malik Gant and Ladarius Francis, number 11. Francis, number 3, Gant. His second shot for Dix. No good. And 19-point lead. 2:10 to go in the first half. And I didn't think we touched it, but I didn't want to say. I didn't want to prove the referees wrong. And out of bounds. Walquist started to touch it and realized as long as he didn't, we were going to get it back. Zach Kimbler. Back to Walquist. That was a nice save there by Dix. Two-point shot up, no good. And foul by Johnson. That's the kind of foul that you have to learn not to make.
That's the type that'll send you straight to the bench.
That's right. That's right. It's just not having your feet, moving your feet, and staying out of trouble. And that right there was as close as you're going to come to a foul. 14, jump shot up, no good. Kimbler with the rebound, gives it to Washington. Washington coming down the court, gives it over to Walquist. Walquist to Kimbler. Kimbler. Back to Dix, back to Kimbler. Washington on the drive. I kept watching. It looked like he was going to steal that thing one of the 3 times he grabbed it. They're starting to get tired, and those jump shots are not falling. And it's out of bounds to the Stars. 59 seconds to go in the first half. We're up by 19, 55-36. Kimbler says, go, go. And they finally threw it out to Dix. Dix with the basketball. To Washington. Back to Dix. Dix looking inside. Back to Kimbler. Kimbler on the drive. And that's the way you do it. He faked him up, then went up, tried to make the shot and give him a 3-point opportunity. He's got 2 free throws. That's the way you play the game. They're in the double bonus. If he had the rest of the way. Now let's make 2 instead of 1. All right,
There's
that's the first one. Got to make the first one. All right.
Don't get the second one.
That's right.
My grandfather always used to say, a ball like that had a lot of rust on it.
That's right. That's right. He missed
Rolls
it.
around like that.
And coming down the court, Ellis finally got fouled. You know, that was one of those you could tell when they were in front of us that there was going to be a foul. He was going to foul him before he got all the way down the court.
Just those hands inside. It's
That's
easy
right.
to get a reach in.
And
The good thing is it's the bonus.
That's right. That's a 1-and-1. D'Angelo Ellis at the line.
D'Angelo Ellis.
Now they're trying to get somebody to get down there where they're supposed to be. D'Angelo Ellis said, you know, I may not make this first one, you know. And Walquist with the rebound to Dix. Dix over to Washington to Kimbler, and he screams. I don't know why he screams all the time. If you figure that out, let me know. Dallas.
I will.
Washington shot up, no good.
Rolled out.
And Walquist with the rebound. Wow, that was a little wild shot that almost went. 14. And Kimbler said, no, you're not making that layup. He said, I haven't got a lot of fouls right now, so I'm going to hit him.
At the line for 2, Malik again.
That's Kimbler's first. And Kimbler usually just looks at the court and has 2 or 3.
That's right.
Malik. First shot up, no good. 20-point lead with 9 seconds to go. Of course, need to get this rebound. Oh, he made it. Dix. Over to Kimbler. Back to Washington. Washington. Shot up, no good. And they could have bailed him out, but it was the end of the game, so that's the halftime score. 56-37. Folks, let's take a 2-minute break. We'll be back with halftime action. This is West Kentucky Stars basketball action. All right, folks, we're back here at Haws Gymnasium on the campus of West Kentucky Community and Technical College. Halftime score, 56-37, Stars in the lead. Dallas McKinney. Dallas, tell me what you thought of the first half.
I thought it was a good half for scoring, but it was a very sloppy half. Both teams seemed to have trouble controlling the ball, trying to go too quickly. The top scorer for the West Kentucky Stars was Lee. He had, I think it's 15 points. And the top scorer for Kentucky Wesleyan was number 11, Francis, and he had 13 points.
Francis really got loose. And
He
it was hard for me to justify him being a good shooter. He had a good first half because he shot a lot of layups.
He did. It's just bad defense. We saw several times where the defender left his feet for the Stars, and the zone broke down once they got into the middle of it.
That's a good observation because we have the height advantage.
Right.
And there's no doubt about it. The first 5 that come in or the second 5 that come in. We don't need to be leaving our feet like we are, and that's one thing we're going to have to stop. We're going to have to realize that you don't play defense and become a. I was impressed when they had Patton in there. Patton runs the ball club pretty good. When he's not in there, they're in trouble.
That's right.
Nobody else handles the ball quite like Patton does. And if he's not in there, really it's number 11, Ladarius, and he's a shooter. He's not a point guard. So I think that's something we'll have to watch in the second half. Let's take a couple-minute break. We'll be back with our stats guru, Gary McLean. This is West Kentucky Stars basketball action. All right, folks, we're back here at Haws Gymnasium. I'm here with our stats guru, Gary McLean. Gary, what'd you think of the first half?
Well, first half was when they first started out, I thought, okay, all right, this is going to be a little different than what I really expected. I thought, okay, we're going to hang together and we're going to play a little bit back and forth. And all of a sudden, we just kind of exploded. I mean, it was run and gun and shoot and hit and knock, and here we go.
The defense, well, it's hard to say this with a 19-point lead, but we allowed a lot of layups.
Yes, we actually did. We really allowed a lot of easy shots on their end, just to take it right in there. Now granted, they missed a number of shots too. However, they got a lot of good open shots there right under the basket.
Ladarius Francis had a lot of points, but he had a lot of layups.
Yeah, he did.
And also, the whole coach is gonna have to get their attention on jumping, especially we have the height advantage, and we're jumping like these guys are
the same height.
Yeah, I mean,
and they're not anywhere close to be exact. So now they got a couple of tall fellas out there, and they do a good job with it, but the rest of them, they're on the not as tall side. Let's just say it that way.
Yeah. All right, give us a rundown on the stats.
All right, let's see here. We had Anthony Lee with 14. Kevin Watts played, did not score. Mr. Washington, he played, got us 2 points. Ben Dix shot a couple of free throws, no points though. Kildred Gonzalez, 9 points. Jake Williams, 8 points. Mr. Walchrist, he did pretty good down here.
Looked pretty good.
Yeah, he looked pretty good. He had 4 points. Pablo Bianchi, he had 8 for us. Zach Kimbler, we had, he had a 3-pointer out there that one time, so he had 7 points for us, and Mr. Johnson, he had 4 points for a total.
He's trying to make a liar out of me. I told him he shouldn't be throwing 3-pointers up, and he made it anyway.
I saw him in practice, before the game and everything. He was trying some 3-pointers there, and he wasn't doing too bad with that. We shot 69%.
He informed me that he shot 40% in high school. I tried to explain this wasn't high school. But,
we're not in high school no more. So, But anyway, if he can get back up to 40%, that might be pretty good. We shot 69% 2-pointers. We shot 50% of our 3-pointers and had 54% at the free throw line. And for Kentucky Wesleyan, we had D'Angelo Ellis. He had 0 points. We had Darius Mumford. He had 7 points. Connor Smith had 0 points. Jesse Gray had 4. Malik Gant had 11. Josh Patton had 0. Ladarius Francis had 10. And Michael Gilmer had 5 for a total of 37. They had 11 fouls during the first half. We had 8. And therefore, our difference here at halftime is 19-point lead for West Kentucky, 56-37.
All right, let's take a 30-second break. We'll be back with the coach. This is West Kentucky Star basketball action. All right, I'm here with Coach Chumler. Coach, the first half, your impression?
We're still not very good defensively. We're ahead by 19, but we're still not doing very well defensively. It's like I told the boys at halftime, if it ever clicks, we'll be very, very good. Right now, we're okay, but until we start playing defense, we're gonna struggle.
One thing, the boys on defense were not playing up on their toes, waiting for the person to take the jump shot and then blocking it. Instead of that, they were jumping out of the gym and either allowing a layup or a foul.
Well, yeah, and I would guarantee you, I would venture to say that out of the first game and a half, 75 to 80% of the points we've given up have been in the paint. And it's just a lapse on defense. It's a concentration thing. And they're going to have to adjust to that.
Number 11, Ladarius Francis, for instance, he's their leading scorer, and almost every shot he had was a layup.
Yeah. And that's the way it's been for a game and a half.
And we've got the height on them. We can't allow that to happen anymore. And that's all I got to say about that.
Right. I agree completely. You're exactly right. Hopefully we'll get it straightened out.
I really liked the way Walquist played in that first half.
He played well. And he's learning, and it's a team effort.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right, let's take a 30-second break. We'll be back with second half action. This is West Kentucky Star basketball action. All right, folks, we're back here at Haws Gymnasium, ready for the second half. Our three referees out there, Mike Eastwood, he's the one with the less hair and a little bit of chin hair. And then we have Ken Henderson, he's the one down here in the baseline. And then Justin Mason, he's in there for Kerry Henson. Kerry Henson was going to be the referee tonight, and Kerry had an accident and messed up his leg, and there's some other issues with it too, and we're thinking about Kerry right now and hope everything comes out okay. All right, here we go for second half, and Kentucky Wesleyan with the ball, and they have Patton in there. D'Angelo Ellis, Darius Mumford, I think Ladarius Francis in there too, and they finally called a jump ball, so that's ours. Ladarius didn't like it, but he didn't have a vote in the matter. Anthony Lee taking it out of bounds. He's going to give it over to Welch in just a second. There we go. That was not a good time down the court for Wesleyan. And Kilder Gonzalez went up for the shot and got hacked. They got their money's worth. And who is it on? All right, number 32, Darius Mumford with his first team foul at the line for two. Kilder Gonzalez. First one up, it's good. Back to 20-point lead. Second shot up, it's good. We're going to keep track, of course, and we're going to see if they extend this lead. You don't want to see them coasting.
No. They're liable to coast to a loss.
Oh, I'll tell you, that was our referee let him get by with that because that was close. 8 seconds. 5, 4, 3. 3-point shot up, no good. And with the rebound, Williams on the drive. He's looking for somebody. Gives it over to Kilder Gonzalez. Gonzalez on the drive. And he walked. He either walked or stepped out of bounds. It doesn't matter. It didn't look pretty. And Patton with the ball. He makes this ball club move. And it's out to Ellis. Ellis inside to Ladarius. And he stepped on the line. And he wasn't happy. But, you know, they're never happy.
They're not.
And Welch threw it in to Lee. Lee with the layup. No defense. No defense. He made it look pretty, but there was no defense. Ooh, I'll tell you, 32 got up there big time and got that rebound. Mumford with the basket. Williams threw it away. It was a no-look pass, and it looked like a no-look pass.
It did. It looked like a pass to the wall.
Yep.
Or maybe to the cheerleaders.
It wasn't even close to cheerleaders. That's how bad it was. All right, Francis throws it in, and Patton bringing it down the court. He's checked by Lee. That was a nice defense over to Kilder Gonzalez. He puts a shot up, no good, and he's hacked on the play. And he tried to put one up, just practice, and he missed that one too.
Kilder Gonzalez at the line for 2.
And that's the first one on Ladarius Francis. Kilder Gonzalez at the line for 2. He just made 2. Let's see if he can extend that streak. First one up, nothing but net. Gonzalez really ran the court well that time, and they got the pass to him. It was really, really good. He missed his free throw. Shots up, no good. And with the, I tell you, folks, Kevin Welch just got that ball and just took it straight down the court. And why not? They're not going to guard you.
That was his first 2 points of the game.
Josh Patton gives it over to Ellis. He's looking inside, tried to get a screen. He didn't hold the screen long enough. And Mumford looking for somebody. He picked his dribble up and he threw it out of bounds. He had to do something with it, and whatever he was going to do was not good. And we have a timeout on the court. And Wesleyan with a timeout. It's a full timeout. Let's take a 30-second break. This West Kentucky Star basketball action. All right, folks, we're back here at Haws Gymnasium, and we've extended that 19 halftime lead to 24. So that's a 5-point stretch, and we need to keep moving that along. Don't want to be content with what you got. You want to get more and get better as the game goes on, as the coach told you at halftime. All right, taking it out of bounds is number 20, Williams. Jake Williams throws it in to Welch. Welch bringing it down the court. Welch is pretty good bringing it down and running the point, and he threw it back to Williams, and Williams should have taken that shot. He was wide open.
He took that one.
He took that one. It was no good, and it was on the court. On the court, it was a shooting foul. Kilder Gonzalez couldn't even get the thing off the court. They had him. And that's fouls his third one. Oh, he threw a little alley and he put the oop in it. That is pretty. Pablo Bianchi from Brazil with a great dunk. And everybody liked that one. And they're throwing it around the outside. They're trying to get a good shot, but they're not really moving. And
it's poked out of bounds.
10 seconds.
We'll see if that's enough time for them to run a play to put it in.
Ellis.
They haven't had much luck lately.
Throws it in.
But they did that time.
3-point shot up by number 14, Michael Gilmer. It's good. Ooh, it looked like it might be pretty, but it wasn't. And a steal. Killer Gonzalez put it up, no good, but they got the rebound and they have the basketball back. Welch throws it back to Bianchi. Bianchi on the drive, gives it to Killer Gonzalez. And a reverse layup, it's good. Patton bringing it down the court. They're not moving enough, Wesleyan isn't. They're waiting on one-on-one play.
And with the height disadvantage, that's not going to work out too well most of the time.
If we're playing the defense we need to play, you're absolutely right. It's not going to work out at all. And that foul was on Anthony Lee. That's his second. Throws it over, tries to throw it over top, no good. And Lee with the rebound, puts it up, no good. And Pablo Bianchi taps it in. Bianchi playing a good game. Killer Gonzalez playing a good game. They're staying in the game, too. That's important. Jake Williams staying in the game, not fouling like he did last time. The last game, folks, he fouled 3 times really quick. And he was out of the game for quite some time. And that foul's on number 11, Killer Gonzalez. That's his second.
Michael Gilmer at the line for 2.
And Gilmer with his first shot up. It's good. Thought it was going to roll off. He's got another one coming. It's up, and it's good. Same way.
At least he's consistent.
Yeah. Killer Gonzalez with the drive, and they said, take it to the basket, and he did. That was like an invitation, wasn't it?
It was. I think they're scared of getting the fouls. Kentucky Wesleyan is down to players tonight. They only have 8 men on the roster.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a problem. They're not getting enough fouls to hurt them there. Williams with the ball, throws it across court to Lee. Lee, 3-point shot up. It's good! And, folks, now it's a 30-point lead. Oh, we just let him take that thing right to the basket. That is absolutely unacceptable. And what was the call out there?
I believe that's a timeout.
Oh, well. Are we taking a timeout? Well, that was interesting. If they took a timeout, I sure didn't see it. But into the ball game for Wesleyan is Malik Gant, Connor Smith, 15, and number 25, Jesse Gray. Dixon into the game, Williams in the game, Zach Kimbler in the game. And who was that on? Okay, number 50, Lawrence Johnson also in the game. He was one with the foul, second. 3 team fouls apiece. Malik Gant with the basketball. And a little bit too much body. It'll be out of bounds, not on the shot. Number 15 taking it out of bounds, Connor Smith. Throwing it around the outside. Whoa! Kimbler with the steal, puts up a layup, no good. Walquist dunks it in. Thank you very much. That wasn't pretty, but we got the 2. Oh, Kimbler saying it was a good call. I don't know how he could have said anything else. He hacked him.
At least he's honest.
Yeah, he's honest. That's his second. Johnson on the Mumford on the drive. He makes 2 and got fouled on the play.
And 1.
And that was the third one on Zach Kimberly. As I told you, Kimberly gets them quick. Shots up and good. He completes the 3-point play. 76-49, Stars in the lead. Whoa, a little too hard on that try for the layup. And that's a charge. And Kimber did a good job of holding his own, and that was a no-brainer.
And he stayed out of the circle.
Yep, stayed out of the circle. He knew where he was on the court. He got hit. I'll tell you that. He felt that one. And that foul was on number 32, Darius Mumford. He said, I'm going to make it. I'm going to drive right through you, and it didn't work too well. Wallquist, they're throwing it around the outside. Kimbler throws it to Washington. Washington looking. Jump shot, no good. Wesleyan with the rebound. Again, coming down the court, and he is fouled.
It's going to be a 1-and-1.
Yeah, and that was the second one on Ben Dix. We are 7 fouls, and they're now in the bonus 1-and-1. Wow. That's supposed to be a whistle. They forgot to blow the whistle.
That was definitely an air ball.
Yeah, and if it doesn't hit the net, folks, the rim, you're supposed to blow it dead and give it to out of bounds, but they thought it hit. Wallquist, shot up, no good, and a rebound. Coming down the court in a hurry. And with the lay-in, Gant with a good pass from Gilmer. Zach Gilmer with a 3. I can't stand it. Every time that you put that up, I expect him to look over here at me. Thank goodness he isn't. And it's out of bounds to the Stars. Dix will take the ball out of bounds. Gives it over to Williams. Williams bringing it down the court. And he's being checked a little bit quicker by number 15, Connor Smith. Dix to Wallquist. And Wallquist lost the ball. And number 15 with the short jump shot up. It's good. Connor Smith.
Did you notice he had his tongue out on that one?
That's a good way to lose the tongue, isn't it?
It is.
I have no idea what happened there. Elbow. Okay. Somebody got hurt. I think it was Wallquist. Washington with the ball gives it over to Welch. Kimler on the drive. Nice. Now that's the way you do it. That was really pretty.
Went up really strong, got his body into it.
Yeah. Dix did not have position that time, and this is going to be his third. He got 2 pretty quick.
Darius Mumford at the line for 2.
And they want another little bitty towel. I've never seen them use a little bitty towel like that. Usually
Yeah.
they have a nice big towel.
Maybe the washing machine broke.
I don't know. I don't think that towel lasts very long. All right, Mumford's at the line for 2. First shot up, no good. 81-53, 11:45 to go. We have 18 fouls. They have 4, putting them in the bonus the rest of the way. And what are they looking at him? They thought maybe he was bleeding, I think, but he's not. And his second shot's up and good. And Welch with the basketball brings it down. And a nice tip in by Johnson. That's what you do when you're big inside. Nice job. Gives it down to Welch. Welch calls a timeout as he's about to go out of bounds.
That's a very
30-second timeout. Let's take a 30-second timeout. This is West Kentucky Star basketball action. All right, folks, we're back at Haws Gymnasium. The score is 83-54, 11:18 to go in the game. Stars with the basketball. Kimber's going to take it out of bounds. They had we're about to go over the end line, call a foul, call a timeout real quick. That's good heads-up play. Into Washington, around about Lee with Kevin Welch with the basketball. Gives it over to Zach Kimber. A little weave. Back to Welch. Welch shot up, no good. And he went over the top. Johnson did. He said, oh, no, I'm just that much taller than that guy. But ref said he did, and he did. Wesleyan basketball. Dix tipped it out of bounds.
I believe that was a kick.
He kicked it out of bounds. Whoa! Johnson stole the ball. And a foul on the drive. Basket's no good. If it's fouled, Dix on the drive.
Ben Dix at the line for 2.
Fouls on number 3, Malik Gant. That's his third. First shot up and no good. That's not good for him right there. Did you notice that?
I did.
Wow.
Brought the ball too much sideways.
Yeah. And the coach tried to tell him how to do it. It's hard to explain to a guy in college how to shoot a free throw. That's a little better. And he made it. Well, I guess coach knows what he's doing. And it's off number 3, Malik Gant. Malik Gant can't believe it. Of course, turnover, you do one of two things. You either protest or you act like you're hurt. Into Washington. Washington to Kimbler, and he threw it away. Nice job by Kevin Welch. Threw it down to, intentional foul. Whoa. You don't see that called much, but two of them had their hands up real quick. So it was definitely an intentional foul. So he'll have 2 shots and we'll have the basketball. That's a second foul on Connor Smith. Everybody's in the bonus from now on. And Johnson will have 2 foul shots. And there's nobody at the line. See if the pressure gets to him. Oh, he missed one. He's laughing. In other words, the pressure is really on him. Second shot up, it's good. And we get the ball out of bounds. Kimler with the basketball, looks inside, throws it out to Welch. Welch wants DJ Washington to move a little bit. He puts up three-point shot, no good. Washington with the rebound, it's good. Nice rebound and layup. Yeah, there was a lot of contact in there. I didn't know. It was either him turning it over or them calling a foul, and it sure did look like a foul. That's 4 on Dix. He's got most in the second half, hasn't he?
He has. I think that's 3 in the second half.
First shot up by Mumford. It's good. And we have a new 5 in there. It's Jake Williams, Walquist, Kilder Gonzalez, Pablo Bianchi, and Lee. Throwing it around the outside. Kilder Gonzalez with the ball, gives it to Bianchi. Bianchi back to Lee. Lee, three-point shot up, no good. Walquist with the rebound, and it's a jump ball. And it's over to Wesleyan. Into the ball game for Wesleyan. D'Angelo Ellis, 0-5 Vance, Josh Patton, and number 11, is it? Ladarius Francis. Patton with the ball, bringing it down. Gant trying to find somebody open. Jump shot up, no good. And with the rebound, Lee. Lee bringing it down the court. Puts a nice little 2-point shot up, no good. And Kilder Gonzalez with the rebound. Throws it back to Bianchi. Bianchi on the drive. Puts a nice little 10-foot jump shot up. It's good. He's got that medium-range jump shot down good.
He practices a lot before the game, I noticed.
Patton to Ellis. Around the outside. Puts a shot up. No good. Lee with the rebound. Lee's got a ton of rebounds in this game.
A ton of rebounds and a ton of points.
Yeah. Walquist with the layup. It's good, and they're lucky they didn't get a foul on that one. Bringing it down the court. Gant. Over to Mumford. Williams with the steal, throws it down, out of bounds. Score 91-55. We have a 36-point lead. We have extended 8:20 to go in the game. Over Williams. Jake Williams thought he didn't foul him. I don't know how he thought he didn't. I thought it was pretty obvious he fouled him, didn't you?
His arms weren't straight up. They're going to call it every time.
Every time. And Malik Gant. First one's up. And that's 3-point conversion. Kilder Gonzalez gives it to Bianchi. Bianchi dribble it off his own foot. Patton coming down the court. Puts a layup in. That was good decision. No sense fouling him on that. And he threw it out of bounds. Now that's the second run in a row that they've thrown out of bounds. They got him to have a throw. I don't know who they pass it to. He's out of bounds. Mumford tried to take Gonzalez. He thought better. Try again. Good defense on him. Patton. And Bianchi with the reach in for absolutely no reason whatsoever. You just cannot do that. All right, we have a timeout on the court. It's a full timeout. Let's take a 1 minute break. This is West Kentucky Star basketball action. All right, folks, we're back here at Haws Gymnasium. 7:41 to go in the game. 92-60. Stars in the lead. At the line for 2. Wow. Patton with his first miss. He's missed a few, hasn't he?
That's one of the first he's taken, I think.
Well, that's why he's missed a few. It's his first. And Jake Williams throws it back to Lee. Lee looking over the court. Everybody is kind of standing around. Walquist is in the paint. And the pass from Bianchi to Walquist. Layup and a foul. Now, you just can't get – that was a beautiful assist on his part, Bianchi's part. They taught him that way down in Brazil.
I guess they play basketball down there.
Yeah, they play some pretty good basketball. Walquist shot up, no good. Couldn't convert on the three-point play. Patton coming down there. No, it's Ladarius. Puts a shot up. Man, that had sweet action on it. Lee over to Bianchi to Walquist. Walquist in the lane. Tried a little soup-de-doo. Couldn't get it. Walquist with a rebound. Put it back up. That was nice. 7:0 minutes to go. No basket. They'll be in the double bonus.
Malik Camp, the line for 2.
Fouls on number 21. Jake Williams, that's his first. Shots up. Good for Gant. Second shot up. Good for Gant. Lee bringing it down the court. Bianchi to Kilder Gonzalez. Kilder looking to drive. Ooh, you know what? When you have a no-look pass, that's usually what happens. That's a double dribble. I know he didn't mean to, but, boy, that was sure a double dribble.
With both hands on it.
Yeah. Kilder Gonzalez throws it into Lee. Lee bringing it down the court. Over to Williams. Jake Williams, three-point shot up. It's good. 99-65. Patton throws it over to no good. Ellis could not handle it. Throws it over to Kilder Gonzalez, and he was fouled. They wasn't going to let him have that one.
Kilder Gonzalez at the line for 2.
That foul's on D'Angelo Ellis. That's his third. At the line for 2, Kilder Gonzalez. He's having a good game. Got a lot to learn, but he's doing good. First shot up, good. 100 on the board, 100-65. 6:10 to go in the game. Second shot up, no good. And the taps out to Williams. Williams over to Killer Gonzalez. 3-point shot up, no good. Walquist got it stolen away from him. Coming down the court. Yeah. Gives it up. Lays it in. And that fouls on number 5. And that was one of those, I don't know what Patton, I don't even know why. Maybe that was his third. I don't know what he was doing, do you?
I don't. Looked like it's just laziness trying to keep him from getting too far ahead of him.
Yeah. Instead of moving, he decided just to pop him one. And Lee with the 1-and-1 into the basketball games, number 14, Michael Gilmer. First shot up, no good. And bringing it down and gives it to Lee. Lee's bringing it down the court. Whoa! I don't know what that was. That was not good, whatever it was. And into the game. Number 25, Jesse Gray for Kentucky Wesleyan. He hasn't played a lot, has he?
No, he hasn't.
Pablo Bianchi bringing it down the court. Gives it back to Jake Williams. 3-point shot up. It's good.
Jake Williams, 3-point shot.
Patton bringing it down. Lee on him. He tries to drive on Lee. You just don't drive on Lee too much from outside. Nice driving layup. Ladarius Francis with a good driving layup. He's got a lot of layups. Pablo Bianchi, a little 10-foot jump shot, no good. Looked like he went about 9 foot. D'Angelo Ellis with 2. It's garbage time now, and it looks like it. And we have 5 new ones in the lineup. William Washington, Johnson, Kevin Welch, DJ Washington, yeah, he's in there, and he got off the ground. That's my pet peeve. You don't bother. Why would he get off the ground? That guy isn't near. I don't care how big he jumps. He can't jump over him.
No.
It's 5 on Johnson, and Johnson was trying to tell Zach Chimler that he was at the foul, and no, that wasn't it. He didn't realize he'd fouled out, but hey, first shot up by Patton, it's good. Patton had a nice game. He handles the ball real well. He doesn't have a lot of help out there. Ladarius Francis is about the only one that's really showed much. Wow. Bianchi just threw that out of bounds. Not a very good pass. Like I said, folks, we have a 30-point lead, and it's garbage time. Ladarius Francis with a driving layup. That's a good shot. He's good around that basket.
He is. He took that over 2 defenders.
Pablo Bianchi, one in and rimmed out. And he turned it over, and Lee with the driving layup.
Kevin Welch.
Nobody around. Now let's play some defense. And the referee called timeout. Looked like Ladarius Francis has got poked in the eye. Always want to take care of these kids. Gilmer throws it into Patton, and he got fouled on the drive.
Got a slap across the wrist. It's a reach in every time.
Yeah, it was on number 3. That's his second. DJ Washington. And a cute little girl goes walking by. First one's up by Patton. It's good. Second shot's up. It is no good. Down, rimmed around, came out. And Welch with the drive, no good. And they're lucky he didn't get a double dribble on that one. Back to Bianchi, into Dix. Dix with a try to lay it up, no good, and he's fouled on the shot. Fouls on number 11, Darius Francis. That's his third.
And Dix at the line for 2.
Dix at the line for 2. Everybody in the double bonus now, whether you're shooting or not. Dix, first shot up, no good. Well, his shot hasn't looked any prettier, has it?
Not all night. He's missed several.
And the second one's up and good.
He has had better luck making that second one, though.
Michael Gilmer with the driving reverse layup. And Lee drives and fouled. Blocking call. That's on number 11, I believe. That's his fourth. It is. But it doesn't really matter now. Lee will try.
They have that tiny towel out again to try to dry the floor.
Man, that towel's getting a lot of work. And we ought to chip and buy them a towel, a real towel.
We should.
You know?
I think I have one at home they can use.
Yeah. All right, Lee, first shot up. It's good. I'm going to try to move it back to a 30-point lead. Makes this one back to 30. It's good. 108-78, 3:16 to go in the game. They were pressing all over the court. Well, they need to do something to change their really lackadaisical play out there. On the drive, Pat with the layup. It looks good. I think what he did is he came by and he was out of bounds and he touched the ball, and so they called it out of bounds. Lee with the drive. He puts up a three-pointer. No good. It was not even close. And I'll tell you, that's a lucky play. And Bianchi with a short shot up, no good. And Bianchi tips it back. And that was almost over and back. He was really on the ball, making sure he didn't get called for that. Point shot up, no good by Bianchi. 14, three-point shot up, no good. And the steal by DJ Washington, bringing it down the court in a hurry. And he's fouled on the shot.
That's close to goaltending.
It was close. It was close.
DJ Washington line for 2.
And Washington will have 2, and that's 4 on Michael Gilmer. Gilmer with a G. Shot up, good. DJ Washington with 1. Second shot up, no good. And we That's the 5th foul on Ben Dix. He fouled him on the line at the other end. We got a lot of guards in there now. You can't. Somebody needs to explain to Pablo, you cannot go up and think you're not going to get called for a foul. You can't do that. He really thought he went straight, and he did go straight up. But the problem is, they're not going to, I don't care who they are, they're not going to give that to you.
No, it's a fundamental of the game. I think the referees look for it. If you leave your feet, they're looking to give a foul.
That's right. First shot up is good. And 1-1 for Patton. Anthony Lee bringing the ball down the court. He drives, and he loses control of it. Patton bringing it down. Little Darius. That is stolen away from him. Welch over to Lee. Lee with a layup.
Anthony Lee.
Whoa, a nice attempt at a steal. It didn't work out. And we're all over the court. Now we're laying down. We're throwing it around.
But if you notice, Bianchi on the last two, he stayed on his feet and didn't pick up the foul, and the shot didn't go in either.
That's right. That's right. Do it the right way and things work out good.
1 minute to go in the ball game.
1 minute to go in the game. And it's a tie ball. And it's the Stars basketball. 111 to 81. 56 seconds to go. Only thing to be determined is the final score.
I think Kevin Welch likes to call timeout whenever he has the ball like that. Seems he's done it several times this game.
Yep. Lee bringing it down slow. A few changes in basketball this year. The 35-second clock is now 30. And also, if you're on the dribble, like he is out there, you can dribble the whole 30 seconds away, and there is no 5-second call as long as you're on the dribble. It's a little change I heard about tonight. I hope I've got that right. That's the way they explained it to me. And we have a foul, and that is on number 3, DJ Washington. It's his third. Here we go with the towel. We have a different towel. A yeller towel this time. Yeller towel. No more blue towel. Oh, Zach Kimber's laughing at me. He doesn't know we've been talking about that little towel. Now he's talking about his three-point shots. 3 3-pointers. He got three 3-pointers. Zach Kimber?
I think he only has two.
2. He's wanting 3 now.
He took 3. He only hit 2.
Yeah. And that shot was good by Ladarius Francis. He's got one more. It's up, and it's good. And the shot clock is off. So get it over the half court, dribble it out, maybe take a last shot, but you don't need to. Lee on the drive, gives it to Bianchi, and Bianchi says, hey, ain't nobody gonna stop me from making a shot if I can. And I don't know if they're going to shoot again or not. I don't think they are. And the final score is going to be 113 to 83. All right, they managed to extend the score, and that's good. Saturday afternoon, the game will be at 1 o'clock. We're going to have the coach and the 3 stars. Let's take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with more with our post-game interviews. This is West Kentucky Stars basketball action. All right, folks, we're back here at Haws Gymnasium. Our final score, 113-83, Stars victorious. I'm here with Coach Mike Chumber. Coach, what'd you think of the game?
Well, we won. We won. We can score a lot of points. Defensively, we're still, and I know I keep harping on it, but defensively, we're still not where we need to be. But the good thing is we can score a lot of points. We got a long way to go. We play not very well, but still win by, 25 points.
30 today.
30 and still put up 113. And, there's a lot of potential there. And we're just going to get better. We're not where we need to be yet. But I'm happy with the effort.
One thing I looked for in the second half was we were ahead by 19. Let's outscore them in the second half, and we did. We extended it to 30, and we had it before the garbage time. We had it at 30.
Right. And tonight we had an opportunity where we could go sub 5-5, play 2 different groups, and we won't always do that. Tonight was just an opportunity to do that, and it worked out okay.
I really liked our inside 2 men, Kilder and Bianchi. I was impressed that they stayed in the game, and a few bad fouls. I thought Johnson got flat-footed a couple times, but the big men played pretty good.
Right, and the first thing, Lawrence is still just learning, but he's filling the role he can fill. As far as Bianchi and Kilder, they both those are 2 strong young men, and they can both play a lot bigger than they are, and they're matchup nightmares for the other team.
Once we get these kids understanding they got to play up on their toes instead of flat-footed on defense, everything is going to change.
I think so, and I think we've got the potential to have a really good season.
I think so too. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
All right, we'll take a 30-second break. We'll have our first of our 3 stars. This is West Kentucky Star basketball action. right, folks, we're back here at Haws Gymnasium. I'm here with Pablo Bianchi.
Sir.
Speak up now. You gotta have to get closer or speak up. You can't get back there and get lazy on me. You didn't do it on the basketball court.
Right.
You did a good job out there today.
Thank you, sir.
I thought you played a good overall offensive game. You passed the ball well,
Good.
and defensively you played good,
Thank
pretty
you.
good.
Thank you.
Now, one thing we've got to get everybody getting up on their toes on defense.
Right.
And getting off their feet that's not acceptable.
Right.
Right? Now, what did you think of your game and the team's play?
Well, my game, I thought I played better than last game. It was my first game here, my debut. But yeah, I think as a team, we just need to improve on defense. We played better this game too. We scored more. Coach wanted us scoring 100 and over every game. So I think we're doing good on offense. But like you said, on defense, we need to step up on defense and do more.
Now, Ladarius Francis, number 11 for them, had a ton of points and almost all of them layups.
Right.
Now, some of them were hoop-de-doo layups. I mean, they were layups, I don't care who you are, you couldn't do much about it.
True.
But a lot of them were just defensive lapses.
Right.
So I think you're right. We're going to have to, once we get that defense down, we're going to be a tough team on anybody.
True. Yeah, we got to have a better communication on defense, and we're going to improve that.
All right. You had a good game, and we're happy to have you here.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's take a 30-second break. This is West Kentucky Stars basketball action. Folks, I'm back here at Haws Gymnasium with our second star of the game, Kevin Welch. What did you think of your game tonight?
I think there were goods and bads. Just come through with – it happens in every basketball game, every sport. It even happens in life. There's going to be goods and bads. So, yeah, there were goods and bads, but we got the win, and that's all that matters.
What do you think the team needs to improve on?
Overall, I think we need to improve on team defense. To be honest with you, 83 points was too many points to give up. I think we gave up 51 in the second half. That's way too many to give up in just 20 minutes.
I think you have a good point there. I've told Mr. Bianchi that when the team learns to play defense up on their toes instead of flat-footed, this team get a lot better.
Right. That'll bring out just the full athleticism that our team has that showcase that.
I thought you had a good game. You were under control. And that's what you need to do out there. When you come in, you're pretty much running the point on that second team, and I thought you did a good job, and proud to have you one of the players of the game.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, let's take a 30-second break. We'll be back with our third player of the game. This West Kentucky Star basketball action. All right, folks, I'm back here with our third star of the game, Kilder Gonzalez, and I was pleased that you and Bianchi and Jake stayed in the game.
Yeah. Coach gave us the confidence to go hard, and the first thing he says is go hard on defense, and then you'll get plenty of time to play. So we just said to ourselves, we just got to go hard on defense, defensively. And then the offense, we know in offense we're fine. And as long as we go hard on defense, everything is going to be fine. So.
And, you might want to speak to the fact that Zach Kimbler had 2 3-point shots out there.
Well, he's been practicing. He's been taking a lot of shots.
I really gave him a hard time before the game. I said, Zach, you need to slow down on the 3-point shots. You're just not that good a 3-point shooter. And he said, I'm 40% in high school. I can do it. And he showed me today he could do it. I'm wrong.
Yeah. Well, we've been talking to him a lot. He just gotta be patient. He's strong and he got good moves, like good foot skill. So we just say, just be patient. You're gonna just.
He made some good moves instead of the lazy moves. But you look good out there. You did a good job. And talk about playing with Bianchi. I think you two play well together.
Yeah, well, we kind of understand each other a lot since our style of playing basketball is kind of similar. It's like Latin America, we play more physical and stuff. So we understand each other on the court. So I think
all right.
that helps.
It's good to have you as the third star of the game.
Thank you.
Let's take a 30-second break. We'll be back with our stats guru, Gary McLean. This is West Kentucky Star basketball action.
The WKCTC Clemens Fine Arts Center presents its 2015-16 Arts in Focus season. The Time Jumpers, featuring Vince Gill, Kenny Sears, and Ranger Doug Green. Quinn Sullivan in concert. Winona and the Big Noise, Stories in Song. Patty Griffin, Sarah Watkins, and Anea Mitchell. Barrage 8. For tickets, visit artsinfocus.org.
All right, folks, back here with our stats guru, Gary McLean. Gary, give us a rundown on that game scoring.
All right, let's see here. For Anthony Lee, he had 21 tonight. I think we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players in double figures, so that's pretty sweet. But anyway, Kevin Welch had 6. We had DJ Washington with 5. We had Ben Dix with 2. Kilder Gonzalez had 17. Jake Williams had 17. We had Andy Walquist with 10. Pablo Bianchi had 16. Zach Kimbler had 12. And Mr. Johnson, he had 7 for us tonight for a total of 113 points. For Kentucky Wesleyan, we had Gilmer with 9. We had Ladarius Francis with 21. We had Josh Patton with 8. We had Malik Gant with 21. Jesse Gray had 4. Connor Smith had 2. Mr. Ellis had 4, and Darius Mumford had 14 for a total of 83. For the game, we shot 67% 2-point range, 53% 3-point range, and 55% was our free throw percentage.
Man, that's bad when you shoot worse than free throws than you do about anything else.
Just about, yeah,
My
really.
goodness gracious.
Yep.
But hey, it was a good offensive game, and I thought we played. Our big man showed up today.
Yeah, they did. They came to play tonight. Like I say, it was very offensive game, not a defensive game, so to say. And he's just
now, folks. That was Rick Tippin that just jumped in here like
walk
that.
right in the middle when we're talking. Yeah. Well, that's all right. We'll let him by this time.
All right. Hey, let's take a 30-second break, and I'll be back with my partner, and we'll wrap it up. This is West Kentucky Star basketball action. Dallas McKinney, it was nice having you sit beside me here tonight. I thought the Stars big men stayed in the game and did a good job.
They did, Ken. They stayed in. Sometimes they didn't always stay on their feet, but they provided the backbone of the defense and the offense, too.
Some pretty shots out there, so I think we've got a lot to look forward to. We'll be on the air Saturday at 1 o'clock. If you have anything that says a different time, 1 o'clock Saturday. We'll be playing, and we'll be on the air. And this is Ken Dickerson.
And I'm Dallas McKinney.
Our final score, 113-83. The Stars victorious over Kentucky Wesleyan. This is West Kentucky Stars basketball action.